Good morning, everyone. Praise God, y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by this channel. My channel name here is Val Shell. People call me Granny, though, but y'all can call me Granny if you want to. I thought about naming this, giving my handle Granny V, but then I changed my mind. I said, well, I signed my paintings Val Shell, so I'll call this channel Val Shell. A lot of you know me from my other channel, where my handle is Granny. But here is, I wanted to make this channel about just anything and everything. You know, like I say, be ready for anything, be ready for everything. That's what I wanted this channel to be about. So today on this channel, I wanted to do a painting. And today I'm going to do a painting of Jesus walking on the water. This is going to be my reference photo. It won't be exactly like this painting, but I just thought this was beautiful, and this will be a good reference to use for my painting. It'll be similar, but not exactly like. So I don't know, who created this painting or if it was generated by AI or what. But this is a beautiful picture, and I fell in love with it. And I said I want to do something like that. So usually, if I like a picture and I can't afford to buy it, and I just paint it, you know. And I put my spin on it, and that way it's my picture. So this is what I'm going to do today. I'm starting out with a black canvas, as y'all can see. Uh, I actually painted a picture on this canvas for somebody that wanted to hire me. Well, it was the wrong picture, and it was kind of psychedelic, uh, abstract, and it wasn't the right thing for them, and I had to gesso it with black gesso on it, and I just turned it into a black canvas. And luckily, it was acrylics when I did this painting. It was done in acrylic, so I was able to use acrylic gesso. But what I normally use is oils. So this is going to have to be a two-part painting, because I'm on a two-part video, because today we're going to be doing the background. And I use oils, and it takes a while for oils to dry. So I'm going to do this painting, and then I'll have to do another painting to do the actual picture. But this today is going to be just like a seascape. It's going to be the background, and the background is a seascape. So I don't have fancy equipment to use for videoing. I'm using the same computer I use for my other channel when I talk about Jesus. So forgive me. I'm going to do the best I can. I like to talk. I like to talk about the Lord. I like to paint. I like to do things, and I wanted this channel to be this. So we're gonna start. We're gonna start this painting with uh, doing the sky. So I have to figure out where to put my line. So what I do is I just kind of figure out where the sea is going to go, and probably I would say about halfway is going to be that. So what I do, being that I'm going to do my sky first, is I'll put a blue tape about halfway on my canvas. All right, Otis, stop, Otis. My dog is trying to lick my thing. He doesn't understand what I'm doing here. So we do that to divide the, and I think that's about right. I think that's about right, because the sea and the sky, the middle of the ending of the sky and the beginning of the sea is going to come in like halfway, uh, a little over halfway down Jesus's body. So that's what we're going to have to do. This is how artists do it. So I'm gonna be in and out of the picture. I'm sorry, y'all. And I don't know how to get the canvas back further so that y'all can see what's going on, because I don't have equipment to work with. I wish I did. I wish I could afford all that equipment and fancy stuff and cameras and things. So what I have on my paint palette is I have titanium white, I have ivory black, I have Payne's gray. Payne's gray is basically, uh, little bit of blue and gray kind of combined is what Bob Ross would call a mountain mixture. So it's good for painting like storms and dark canvases and stuff, you know, like you painting clouds and storms and things. And then I got Perusian blue, which is good for oceans and things like that. Yellow ochre and cadmium, uh, yellow. So we're going to start with our Payne's Gray because on the sky is going to have to be, and you're going to be amazed at what this white does on this black canvas. So I'm going to load my brush up with this uh, uh, Payne's Gray. So we're going to start at the top, and we do like X's, and you ain't going to be able to see it. I can see it because of the light, but you're not going to be able to see me painting. Y'all have to excuse my my easel. It's bouncy, and I've been begging for a new easel for my husband, but like, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas? A new easel, a big easel, one that won't bounce all over the floor. But I've never gotten it, so you know, I quit asking for it because I knew I wasn't going to get it. And for some reason, my paint is just going all over the canvas. So we're going to try to get this all over the canvas. We want it all over where the sky's going to be. And it's so dark you can't see it, but when you put the white on here, you'll be able to see it. Yeah, I wish my husband would get me a new canvas, y'all. I mean, a new easel. I've been begging for one, like the big ones that have the 4 legs on it. This has just got the 3 legs and the 1 leg that comes out, and it just bounces everywhere. So I'll be all over this floor before I get this painting done. I'm hoping that I can stay in front of the camera. Now, I haven't decided or not if I may do a little mixture of Payne's Gray and Perusian blue to do the ocean, because I want a little blue in it, but I don't want it to be too blue, because it was this Sea of Galilee. I think that's the one he walked on, but it didn't look like it was like ocean blue. It just looked, you know, kind of grayish blue. So I kind of, maybe a little bluer than the sky, but not too blue. You know what I mean? So I love doing these paintings. I started painting in 2018, y'all. I'm not a professional, but I'm self-taught. And I quit drinking in 2018. And I got sober in 2018. And I wanted to pick up painting. And I've been begging my husband for quite some time. And he's like, I'm not going to buy you paints when you don't know how to paint. And I said, well, how am I going to learn to paint if you don't buy me no paints? So finally, in 2018, for my birthday, he bought me a set of paints, and I picked them up and started learning. And I watched a lot of Bob Ross. Yeah, in fact, my first oil painting that I did, it was very successful. It wasn't the prettiest but it was pretty good. I did one of Bob Ross's 3-color paints, and it was titanium white, Perusian blue, and uh, black. And it was a mountainscape with the snowy mountains and the trees. And I did this and watching Bob Ross. And it just went on from there, and I started learning to do trees. And then someone told me about Kevin Hill. Now, Kevin Hill has a lot of YouTube videos if you want to learn how to paint. He's the best one to learn with. And I bought a lot of his DVDs and learned to paint watching him. I learned to paint trees. I learned to paint just different techniques, and learned to paint mountainscapes, and I really learned a lot from him, and water, and I really learned a lot from him. In fact, my real successful seascapes was because of what he taught me. And I'll try to put some, I don't have a community board because I'm just starting out, but when I get able to use a community board on this channel, I'll put some of my paintings out there on the community board to show y'all what all I had painted. And Kevin Kevin Hill was the one I really learned to paint from. Uh, a lot of my techniques was learned from him, and then a lot of my techniques I picked up on my own. You know, I use a lot of my own techniques, and y'all have to excuse me. My canvas, like I said, this thing bounces all over the floor, so I'm going to be everywhere. So forgive me if I'm going everywhere, and this thing doesn't hold very well, but I'm doing the best I can. Uh, I begged for a new easel, but you work with what you got. So, and no need to paint on the sides because it's black. So that's we're gonna leave it there. So now that I've got the top covered, y'all come out in and out of the camera a lot. So I'm gonna use my palette knife to move my paint back up. I kind of come down in the center, and I don't have much room to work. So if I'm going in and out of the camera, y'all excuse me. I got stuff sitting everywhere. I'm working in my kitchen. I don't have a painting studio, which I begged for one of those too, and I never got one. So, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get some white on here, and we're going to put some clouds on here. So let's see if I can do this. But I need to look at my reference picture on the clouds. See, they've got a lot of daylight, and y'all probably can't see it because of the camera, but a lot of dark clouds. So I'm going to do mine different and see how it goes from there. So I'm going to try to be different than him, but almost the same. So I'm going to get some white here and see how we can do this. So I'm going to put some white. I'm going to put more white in this area. Doesn't seem to be. Let's see. Well, let me see if I can just use the big uh, brush for that, because let's see. Let's see if we can do this with a big brush. Let's get some white on there and see if we can. And it's so hard to work with this easel. It just really is. But I'm doing the best I can. And I'm trying to make it look stormy-like. So I don't know how successful it's working out. So let me get my clouds where I want them. And then we'll try to work with them a little bit. Oh, this easel. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's why I get paint all over me, y'all. So y'all see where I'm going with it. So I'll probably highlight some of these clouds. Put a little daylight in. But we don't want too much. We want some dark clouds in there. I think it's coming around pretty good. I just got to fluff them out a little bit. It looks like a stormy sky to me. Well, that's what we're trying to create, a stormy sky, dark and stormy. We want to fluff the clouds out because, oh, I hate this easel, y'all. I do. It's not the easiest easel to work with. But we want plenty of, which I have plenty of land here, so you'll see that. And probably, it's bouncing everywhere, y'all. Anyway, man, this easel just so hard to work with. Let's see if I can get some mixtures of some dark in there. We want it to look like a stormy evening or something like that. I guess that looks stormy enough. I don't know what y'all think. Let's see if I could put some more detail clouds up there. We usually do that with a single brush, and we'll load it with paint just wherever. And we're going to take these and try to fluff these out. Yeah, I'm using the right one. It's been a long time since I've done this, y'all. I could have done these bigger. I'm going to make these bigger. We want these to be big clouds. Let me get my paint palette over here with me so I can make these bigger. I want these to be bigger. Kind of like layers, you know. It's been so long since I've done these that I hope I do them right. I want this one to be bigger too. I mean, it's off to a good start, but I want them to be bigger. So maybe it's one over here. So like I said, I'm not a professional, y'all. I started painting in 2018 as a hobby, and I'm self-taught. I learned from other professional painters, and I just kept going and kept trying to. Oh, that rolled right into my paint. And just kept going. And I need a different brush. Let's see if we can try something different. I got so many brushes, y'all. We'll go ahead and use this one. Let's see. Because we need some really thick clouds in there, y'all. But I'm just self-taught, and I just kept going till I learned. And that's what I do. We'll just keep going with this. And I guess we're creating a cloud there. Oh, that one's turning out good. Yeah. I like it when they turn out good. And there's a lot of painters out there that are a lot better than I am, y'all. I mean, I am, just like I said, I am not a professional. I'm just learning myself. I never said I was perfect at it, but I like doing it. Uh, we want to look like it's raining. So that's a pretty cloudy sky, I think, y'all. I think it needs more clouds on it. I'm not, oh, not really happy with that. But we're going to make it work. Y'all, we're going to make it work. We're going to make this work somehow or another. Oops. So we are going to make that work. That's my cloudy sky. Uh, let's see if I can put some highlights on here. Don't know if that helps or not. It's not looking like it's helping too much. I think if I would have had a little more of the Payne's Gray on there, it probably would have worked out better for me. But I don't think I had enough of the Payne's Gray. So I'm gonna try to work with this. really hard to, like I said, I'm not used to doing this on film. I'm not. And I said if I don't get it right now, then I've screwed this canvas up and I've screwed this video up. So I'll probably have to, say, but if I probably can make this work, you know, I'll just have to work with it a little bit. But I could probably make this work, just doesn't never have to be, it's the background, so it doesn't never have to be perfect. You can always fix things. We got some cloudy skies through there. I think we can make this work. I think it's going to be okay once we get our target painted. So, and maybe if I go into it with a little more, maybe add, yeah, add a little black to that, maybe. So let's see if we can create some dark clouds. Oh yeah, let's put some dark clouds in there, y'all. Real bad storms comes with dark clouds, So always a few dark clouds in there. Let's put some. How's that looking? Oh, that's looking great. Yeah, let's bring out some dark clouds, y'all. I love this. I'm starting to sound like these painters on TV now that I watch on TV. They're like, oh yeah, I love that. And it's like, oh, it's the greatest thing. The storms come with dark clouds. I mean, and I think it was storming when Jesus was walking on the water, because when he was helping Peter out of the water, what happened was Peter took his eyes off the Jesus and was looking at the storm. So there was a storm. So that's what I'm trying to create here is a storm. Peter shouldn't have took his eyes off of Jesus, and he was noticing the storm. So that's what happened. That's why he fell in the water. He took his eyes off Jesus and fell into the water. It's one of my favorite parts of the Bible is when because it's a good illustration of our life today. We never take our eyes off Jesus, because we should always be focused on the Lord. He's where we get our joy from, y'all. That's where our happiness comes from. It's from Jesus. And he's going to be every bit of the reason this painting, if it does turn out successful, he's going to be every bit of the reasons why it's going to be successful. And I think that looks pretty good, y'all. That's a good start. I think we're where we want to be here. And I'm real sorry about my bouncy canvas here. But that's a good start. Y'all see my stormy skies. This is all storms. And that's the best I can do with it. I think that's good. I think we can make it work. I'm I'm so happy with it. It's okay. We'll deal with that. So next we're going to do our we're going to do our ocean. Now on a dark canvas, your ocean's just about already done. But we are going to we can take our tape off now and we can toss it. We don't need it no more. Sorry, I'm going out of the camera. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get our ocean started. I had to pause for a minute. I got to go get my stuff to clean my brush. So I'll be right back. Okay, I got my stuff, y'all. I'm I got to sit behind the computer, so I'm going to have to clean my paintbrush back there. So I'll step in and out of the. I don't have much room to work, y'all, so I'm doing the best I can. But now we're going to work with the seascape part of it. All right, I have to get me a paintbrush ready for that. And I think this one will be fine. I need to, actually, I need a cleaner one. So maybe I'll use this one again because it's already dark. I don't want to use one that's already got white in it. I'm using a, let's see, what is this called? It is a mineral spirits, but it's supposed to be odorless. But let me tell y'all something. It is not odorless. I can smell it. Y'all, I don't think they make anything odorless, you know. Um, but I don't, you know, I try not to be near it. I put it way far away from me so I don't have to smell it all the time. But sometimes you just can't help it. So on this, let me get my palette knife. This is what we call a palette knife. We use it to mix colors, to clean our palette board. So I'm going to clean up a little bit. Y'all excuse me, I'm stepping out again. I don't have no room to work in this kitchen. So I'm sorry I have to step out of camera every now and then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blue and I'm going to take a little Payne's Gray. In fact, I'm going to take a lot of that Payne's Gray because I'm going to mix these two colors up. I want it to be blue, but not too blue. Because when I go in there, and maybe a little black too. We'll put some black in there. You know, because if you go in there with that white, it's going to glow. I'm just saying. I want it to a little bit. Because you know, a lot of light comes from Jesus. He is so, isn't he wonderful? I mean, just knowing he's around you, doesn't that put a little light in your life? It does me. But I love the Lord, and I hope y'all are enjoying this. I'm enjoying doing it, but I'm a little nervous. I've never done it in front of camera before, so, and I don't know how, you know, I don't have a whole lot to work with. I think this needs a little more black in it. So I'm going to put a little more black in it. And you have to squish those colors in oils because it doesn't mix very well. So we're going to do our seascape like we did our oils, but we're going to kind of draw our seascape in, like, you know, we'll start forming lines and stuff in it and waves and splashes and things in it to make it, you'll see how it comes about. It's beautiful how seascapes are done. I love them. I love doing them. I do. I hope I got the right brush. Yeah, this is it because I cleaned it. So it's going to make my paint a little thinner. So I'm going to go into my little mixture here, and I hope it's right. We'll know when I put some white on this canvas. We will know, y'all. So I'm going to sit my board down again. I'm sorry I keep going in and out. And we're going to kind of go over our and since I went into my mineral spirits with my brush, it's making this thinner, so it's going to be easier for me to spread it, which is actually really good. But it's more the reason we're going to have to let this dry really good before we can do anything else after we get the seascape done. And I'll try to hold the computer where you can see the whole thing when I get it finished, y'all. This is what happens when you're working on budgets. You know, you just have to do the best you can, but you want to enjoy yourself and do videos and have a good time with friends and have coffee, which I've not taken one sip of my coffee. Y'all can see I'm right in front of the coffee pot. And this is my coffee area. In fact, I did this painting also. It's my little coffee cup and my Yeah, I love that. I love that picture. So I think I about got it all covered. Oh, I hope I got this right, y'all. I hope I got this color right. And y'all can't tell, but I have it covered. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get my reference photo and look at his. Okay, he's got a lot of white. All right, but he's got a lot of dark too. So I'm looking at how to do my lines. Okay, there's a large part of white, so I need to get my little brush again. This is the one I've been doing white in. We're going to use a lot of white on this, y'all. So, and I'll have to get some more white before I can even do Jesus's part, because I'm hoping I can find some up there. I don't know if I can, let's see if I can get this down enough where you can see where I'm working at. Okay, I'd rather be looking at the reference photo. So let's see here. We're going to, oh yeah, this is perfect. So, yeah. Okay, y'all can see the sea forming? I can see it. We're gonna get some blue in my white, so that's okay. We wanna. Y'all see it forming? I can see it. I need to. Since my picture is more narrow than this one, it's gonna be harder to. It's gonna be harder to see. Now y'all got to remember the center doesn't matter because this is where Jesus is going to go. So except for back here, and his shadow will be back there. So we'll be putting his shadow back there. So back here doesn't matter. Okay. So far we got to see part of it going. I think I wish it had a little more gray in it. I really do. But that's okay. We'll make it work, y'all. I gotta put Jesus in there. Maybe if I go over a little more black on the bottom. Sorry, y'all, I'm in the way. Maybe put a little more black here in the bottom. Because I have to put Jesus' shadow in there from the bag, so that's okay. And then we'll go from there. Ah, yeah, this is working out great. So this is just the background right now, y'all. This is just the background right now. So, oh yeah, I love the bottom part of this. This is working out great. So I think what I need to do is get me a brush and just kind of buff this out a little bit. And I will use, sometimes I use my blender brush. We're going to blend this a little bit. So we can have this blended. May have to use a stronger blender brush with the rest of this. Yeah. Yeah, that's what. All right. Y'all, that's the background. And we'll have to let this background dry. And I'll put a little more detail in it when I come to do the target. Sorry, it's crooked. That's my canvas, my easel here, y'all. It's wobbly. So this is my the background. And when this dries, I'll do another video. I'll sketch him on there, and then we'll paint Jesus on there, walking on the waters. Uh, the the he'll be halfway here, so it's going to be mostly him. So all this other, this is just like background, and then I can do uh when we get done with the other stuff, uh we'll detail everything, and that's when everything will come together. That's when you'll see all this come together. Right now, this is our background. I want to thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you've never been on my channel, please subscribe and like. That gets it out there to more people. It's just a basic channel, y'all. I'm just a Southern girl that loves Jesus, and I love talking about him. I love painting. I love doing crafts. And in between this, I might even uh, uh, I use one of my little knitting machines I bought. I make toboggans for cancer patients, and I I might even show y'all how that thing works, and we can enjoy doing that and talking. And I also am knitting a blanket on one of those looms, so that might be fun to do some of that. I won't be able to finish it, but anyway, this is what this channel is about. I may throw a video of my animals on there, and I may just decide to get on here and talk. Just it's just doing crafts and having fun with friends and talking about Jesus and having some coffee. I do have my coffee pot on and having some coffee. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Uh, if you didn't, then let me know what I could do better. So I'm not a professional at this. I'm very new at this, but I love doing it, and I'll try to get some when I get enough subscribers. I'll get a community board, and then I can start posting some of the paintings that I've already done. So anyway, thank y'all for watching, and hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll hope to be back for more. Thank y'all for watching.